Hello and welcome to another episode of the No Rules Podcast. I'm Aaron Hilton, as always, joined by my compatriot Malik Smith. And Malik, today was a big day, it was a sad day, it was an interesting day, it was a historic day. Donald Trump officially named as the next president, the 45th president of the United States. How you feeling right now?
Shocked. Granted, in the back of my mind, I knew that there was, not even in the back of my mind, in the front of my mind, I knew that there was a very strong possibility that this could happen, given the way that he campaigned towards a certain demographic. But there were a lot of people out there that listened to what he had to say and they liked it. And those people just happen to be people that don't look like me and you. I just don't really think that what he stands for will benefit me in any way. A lot of us are very disappointed with the outcome of this election, especially because the first time that we were allowed to vote was 2008. We had this idea about changing the world, changing the country, and I think over the last 8 years, we really did put a lot of energy into that, into the president that was pushing that, and it almost feels like today we've taken major steps backwards.
You bring up 2008. Obviously, we're talking about the first year that Barack Obama ran. It was an interesting time for me because, like you said, it was our first opportunity to vote. For those of us, who might be listening to this, know we went to Hampton University, one of the greatest, if not the greatest HBCU in the world.
The greatest.
Honestly, just like going down the hallways, and all you could hear is Jeezy. Our president's black, Lambo's blue. Like it was everywhere, blaring. I remember, my man Saul dance on the top of a cop car. I'm standing in front of not only a Hampton security guard, but an actual HUPD police officer with a red bottle, not a red bottle, a blue bottle, which is the 100 proof, Smirnoff, to the face. I'm 18, wild underage drinking, it was just the feel, the elation, the jubilation that we felt on that campus for Donald Trump. Like, I'm upset that he is president. I am not happy that Donald Trump is president by any means. I want that to be on the record. I am not happy.
Absolutely do not support him
with
whatsoever.
Our president. Like, I'm not happy.
He's not my president. Period.
We're mainly a sports podcast, and so let's tie this to sports. Colin Kaepernick did not vote. One of the most vocal, one of the most present athletes out here. And I think he did this nation a disservice. By not voting, you're not, indecision is a decision in and of itself. For every vote that didn't count, that would have gone towards Hillary, that's a vote for Trump. Period. And if you didn't vote, I honestly have no time to hear any of your gripes. I don't want to see you on Twitter talking about, I don't know how this happened. You're how this happened.
It's really disappointing that somebody who was smart enough to understand that that's something that he should stand on, and somebody who was smart enough to understand that, you can pay me all this money that you want, but you're not going to be able to silence me.
You want the person that's all up in the videos, dancing on. Nah, you're going to be out there organizing communities, all up in the videos, dancing on the screen or whatever, shooking and jiving.
I'm not saying that.
Whatever. Even worse, because that means you're even more aware, you're even more informed.
Right.
We need informed people. We need everybody to vote. We're never going to get 100% of the eligible people to vote to actually vote. It's never going to happen.
But 50%
statistically
is not good.
Exactly. The voice of our community getting out and voting in droves and in record numbers made both 2008 and 2012 a landslide. They actually had to come out and concede. And this year, with Donald Trump winning, he didn't just win. He beat Hillary's ass.
If you voted for a candidate that was absolutely not going to win, then you threw your vote away.
Think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
I understand you having your laurels and you having your thing, but when you're writing in your vote, you have to understand, does this person really have an opportunity to win? When is the last time an independent candidate won presidency? I don't think there's ever been one. Understand, you're taking votes away from someone who can really affect the change.
If you did that, if you really did that, and I know the majority of people that did that were young people, please hit us up. Like, for real, hit us up so I can hit you with the hands. Because why would you think that that's a funny thing to, like, that's not funny. Why would you do that? You voted for a dead gorilla.
The thing that bothers me the most is I see people who I know who didn't vote. And some of them I consider to be my friends. Y'all are so misguided because if you do not vote, like we have said numerous times before, you are voting for the other candidate. And you're not being funny by writing in Harambe. I respect the office of President of the United States. I will never say that I respect Donald Trump.
He has no incentive to change any of the things that he said. For all I know, he could literally say he wants to kick all the Muslims out, stop and frisk every black person on the street that looks like they may be a threat to him. You know, anybody that supports the Black Lives Matter movement could be considered a terrorist. Like, all of these things could absolutely be true a year from now. And I mean, that's scary for me. People that didn't vote for, people that felt like that you know, this means nothing and they can make change other ways. I'm doing a call to action to you. You know what I'm saying? That's my hot take for the rest of the year, for the rest of the next 4 years. If you really feel like voting means nothing and you can make change another way, then I want you to be the first one to stand up and say, I'm gonna do something about this. Because obviously you said, oh, well, I don't like either candidate, I don't respect either candidate, I don't like what they talk about. Now that we have this candidate that you said you don't like, you need to stop talking and you need to start working.
The fact that Barack Obama galvanized us as a youth, he made us all believe that this guy can change the world. And as the Democratic candidate, we saw an actual opportunity to affect a change and to go out there and get our guy and see what he can do. And he did, for all intents and purposes, he did some great things. Barack Obama was the fucking sauce of 2008, period. Like, nobody wanted
2016, to... It's troubling times. This man who is now elected president has to make amends and has to reconcile with all the people that he offended on the way to becoming president, which he won't. I'm pretty sure he won't. There's absolutely no way that you can have a unified country if you have a bunch of people who feel like they are not welcome in the place that they were born.
You have to do something where people will feel your presence, because if you don't, then you're just allowing this corrupt system to take over.
It's an opportunity for people to really take the challenge and actually make America great again. Barack Obama is still the president. We still got 2 more months of that. So just gotta soak it up. All y'all that was complaining, y'all better soak it up.
That's all you got.
That's it.
That's all you got. It's disheartening that that's what ended up happening. It sucks that Hillary Rodham ended up losing to Donald Trump, to hate, to negativity, and Donald Trump won. Hillary Rodham lost. I'm going to go ahead and accept and concede to my president. I really hope that better things happen.
That was our political version of the No Rules podcast.
I know y'all respect sports. We apologize.
We talked about Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, now who
I'm very disappointed.
We try to tie in sports as best as we possibly can, but you know, it's election day.
Some days sports just doesn't matter.
Yeah, sometimes sports takes a backseat. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we look forward to talking to y'all next week.
Peace.
Thank y'all.